That was mostly drawn from sketchbooks for like the past 30 years or so. A lot of them were travel books when I would just sit and look at people, watch somebody and then they were gone by the time I start drawing, so I have to draw, very quickly from memory. Then there's others that are, long sustained, 12-hour pictures where somebody sits there. Not many people can sit for 12 hours, but I can work on something for 12 hours. Any questions?
Is this the first short you made or film?
No, I've been making little films since the early 70s. I made video art and computer animation, experimental films, and then I made a lot of educational stuff for other people, commercials and things. Worked on special effects for movies.
What were the Japanese or Chinese characters or something in there?
I studied Japanese. I do Chinese and Oriental calligraphy, and I do Japanese style paintings and drawings. I'm showing some visiting Chinese dancers came to USM Hattiesburg one day, and I was showing them some of my sketches, and they said, "These are from China. You didn't do these." So I just like to do that.
It's fun to go look through stuff. And I think you have stuff hanging in the New Orleans gallery, so I think there's a nice tie there to the following film.
Yeah, most of the stuff's gone from New Orleans, though. I don't think they have anything left. They asked me to bring some more stuff back. I had for several years I had a gallery on Royal Street that sold my stuff, and they want some more new stuff. Somebody asked me if this was everything I've ever drawn, and it's really only about 2%. I don't know. I had to go through several thousand drawings to pick these.
What do you say are some of the artists who influence your sketching?
The film that this most resembles is something called Frank film, where Jim Henson used to do some stuff in the '60s where he'd do very, very fast, just still frames, but show them for just a few frames, just a tiny fraction of a second. I like comic strips. I like things like Calvin and Hobbes, the really quick calligraphic, minimalist drawing that communicates a lot. It looks like it's done very quickly, with a very expressive, every mark has power in it. You need something like Calvin and Hobbes.
There seems to be a lot of different types of sketches. Do you have different, has your sketching changed over time, or do you have just a variety of methods that you use?
I go back and forth. I'll do something, very sustained, naturalist, photorealistic, and then I'll do the rapid gestural stuff. It used to be that I'd try to be very photorealistic and buy a piece of paper that costs $5 and I can't mess this up. But then I would go down to the print shop and get stacks of thousands and thousands of sheets, and I would draw until no one piece of paper mattered. And if I mess it up, just throw it away, and just I'd start doing where I would do like 100 drawings in an hour, and then some of them would be garbage and some of them would be really neat. But what happens is that then when I go back to do the very controlled stuff, my hand is just loose, and I can just kind of watch it draw.
What gave you the idea to make a film of your sketches?
Because nobody can ever look at them all. I had sketchbooks about this tall, and nobody is ever going to sit down and look through that. And so I just was trying to think of a way to present that. I thought about putting it on the internet, but even there, who's going to look at more than a couple dozen or something? And this is just a way to show a bunch of stuff at once.
What about the music in the movie? Was that right too? That someone else actually wrote the music that you used?
I made the music, and my brother listened to it and says, we can do better than that. So he started over, and we did it on my little boy's keyboard. And this is my son Adam, and he helped work on the film. We just he did. He's a musician, and he put it together more for me. It was like the fast section at the end I did, and the little dreamy section in the middle. I did that part, but he did the main part.
I noticed that some scenes, as the new art would appear, would coincide with the beat and the music. Was that something that you saw visually for the movie, or is that more or less his idea?
No, I wanted to get a rhythm track, kind of a Philip Glass thing, a click track basically to get the timing right. But I was trying to do it in such a way that I didn't do it in the computer. In a digital frame store device, and then I played them manually, listening to the music, so that a lot of times the pictures are off, and that's kind of on purpose. If I got way off, I'd go back and make a new edit, but I did it all on analog equipment rather than trying to do it in the computer to make it, I felt like it might be too dry. But the music is done, although it's got a click track, there's some organic touches in it. And then I tried to put try to make the pictures, doing it by, almost like you're playing a drum doing it. And and there are places where the music does do kind of a flutter, and so I fluttered back and forth between frames on that.